Hi, I'm here today to talk to college students. So those students who maybe were lucky enough to be able to go to college or go to the university and you're on campus right now. And I also want to talk to those students who didn't get to go away and you're doing your classes from your home. I can only imagine what is going on in your mind. We're in an unprecedented season, and that's COVID, right? So for some of you, that might look like you get to still go to your college or your university. You might have to be in a dorm and do online classes. Some of you might be able to go to class because you go to a smaller university, and so you have to wear masks the whole time and social distance. But then for some of you, you might not even be able to go. You're at home and you're doing all of your learning on a computer at home. And that can be really, really difficult. And so today, I just want to talk about what that might bring up for you and how you can work through some of those things. So tip number 1, I would encourage you to find a support system. So those that maybe you went to high school with, so maybe you're new to college and new to university life, maybe reach out to some of those high school friends and see what are they struggling with? What are their troubles? How is learning going on a computer for them? And then I encourage you to share your own stuff with them. Be transparent. If you have been lucky enough to go to campus, make some new friends. Reach out to people. I can guarantee you are not the only one that is struggling with the thoughts, the feelings of, I don't know if I can do this. Can I even get through this college year? You are not the only one. So reach out and ask for support, share your stories. Tip number 2, I encourage you to talk about your anxieties. What are you struggling with? And like I mentioned before, talk about it with peers, yes, but I also encourage you to talk about it with your parents. Call home, FaceTime, Zoom, whatever your platform is, I encourage you to tell your parents, I'm struggling. I am really worried about this class. I don't feel like I'm doing so well. Or I'm really struggling because I feel really isolated. And this could be for people who have gone away already and they're on campus, but it's also for people who are at home and maybe you're taking the class within your bedroom or in the kitchen or the living room or whatever that looks like for you. Talk to your parents about the anxieties that you're having. Tip number 3, I encourage you to practice mindfulness and gratitude. So even though we're in this time of COVID and it is so difficult, and I know that, and I hear you because I'm meeting with college students in my own practice, that I encourage you to practice gratitude. What are the things that you're grateful for? I know this is a really hard time, but hey, you get to go to college or have university classes right now. They're not on hold anymore. So at least you're still getting those credits and you're getting that experience right now. So think of things that you can be grateful for. And then practicing mindfulness, take some time to disconnect. Disconnect from your phone, disconnect from your computer, disconnect from reading and doing homework and studying and all of that. And maybe go for a walk. Maybe it's just sitting in your room. Maybe it's just sitting on the couch and not having the TV on and just disconnecting. And it could be for 5 minutes. That's it. It doesn't have to be for a really long time. And that will help you practice mindfulness. And then the last tip number 4, I encourage you to reach out for help if you need it. And that could be going to a counselor that is still doing in-person sessions. That could also be a college or university group. Many times they have counselors and social workers on campus, and they're there to help you. They're there to talk to anybody, and all you have to do is call and make an appointment. Many times you do not have to pay for it. It's covered because you go to the university. There's also a lot of groups that are online groups that are talking about the anxieties of what college and university looks like in this season of COVID. There are groups that are online counseling groups that you can join so that you don't feel so alone and isolated in this time. So I just encourage you to do some of those tips.